Welcome everybody to Delta Dental Park at Headlock Field here on this sunny Tuesday night, and it's between the visitors of South Portland and your Portland Bulldogs. And coming into this game, South Portland is on a 3-game losing streak, and Portland dropping their last one. Both teams struggling as of late. Portland, the season's just been up and down, but their last 3 games have been closer in terms of the score. Their last game was here at Delta Dental Park, and it was against Kennebunk, and they dropped that one 12-6. It was tied 6-6 going into the final inning, and Kennebunk scored 6 to break that game open. Portland had a chance to get their second win, but we'll see what they can do against this South Portland team.
Yeah, we were here for that game. We filmed it, and like you said, things were looking up in that game, and then the baseball gods rained 6 runs on Portland in that top of the 7th inning, and late in the game is tough to come back like that.
Yeah, and some of their recent results, Portland beat Cheverus 6-3, and they lost a close one to Wyndham 6-3. So it's been close the last 3 games, but the South Portland team does has had an up and down season. They started off with 4 wins, then they lost the game, and then they went on a 3-win streak, and now they're on a 3-game losing streak. So it's an up and down season for South Portland. Their previous game was against Gorham, losing 12-0 in a 6-inning game. So tough loss for South Portland against Gorham. They'll look to bounce back in today's game, but we'll see if Portland can capitalize on South Portland's losing streak.
Well, and the thing too is they can't just expect to come in here and beat a Portland team that has struggled all season, because like you said, South Portland's struggling also, and this could be a golden opportunity for the Bulldogs to pick up a much-needed win, the way South Portland's playing. So I hope they don't come in here thinking they're just going to walk away with a win, South Portland, because, Portland's got other plans, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Portland has any chance of winning this game as South Portland does. Just comes down to the fundamentals, the fielding, the throwing, the hitting, and it's one game, and anything can happen in just one game. If your bats are hot early and you score 2-3 runs in the first 2 innings, it can change the direction of a baseball game, or it could go the other way where nothing gets out of the infield, and that's just the way baseball is. But for Portland, it's just putting the bat on the baseball, and hopefully it gets through a hole in the infield or outfield, and you can score some runs on the South Portland team. But we'll see who comes out on top between the Battle of the Bridge. It's the Red Riots of South Portland and the Bulldogs of Portland. And we'll be back for player lineups.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask that you please rise as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem.
And here we go as Portland warms up. The starting batting order for South Portland. Leading off at second base is number 8, Corbin Vosine. Pitching today is number 16, Hudson Iaquesa. At shortstop, number 5, Easton Healy. In center field, number 3, Brady Maine. In left field, number 10, Michael Zachariah. In right field, number 2, Parker Rennie. At third base, number 14, Jude Charlesstray. Today's DH is number 18, Michael McMains. And catching is number 11, Cam Barrett. And at first base is number 46, Caleb Napoleon. And here we go for the top of the first. Corbin Voisin leading things off for South Portland. Bailey Jordan on the pitcher's mound today for Portland. The first pitch is a swing and a miss. Missing the play inside. It's a 1-1 count for Portland, needing to start off early. Not wanting to give any life to the South Portland team as that ball's hit. And the diving attempt by Chase is no good. And so a leadoff double by Voisin.
Well, the center fielder did all he could to get to that ball.
So Hudson Iaquesa.
The pitcher, number 16, Hudson Iaquesa.
And drops over for strike one. Iaquesa can help himself out here as the starting pitcher. But both pitches touching the outside part of the plate with Iaquesa in the lefty batter's box. And it's a foul tip. Count remains 0-2. And that one's launched, but it's going to go in to the picnic area.
You're right, that was launched. If that had been straightened out, that might have been a wall ball.
0-2 pitch, just high. And that one straightened out, and it's fair, so that's going to score a run. It's going to bring in Voisin. Iaquesa going 3. And the throw over is not in time. It was close.
Oh, jeez. I mean, he wasn't lollygagging in there, but he went in standing up. I wonder if he should have slid, because that was a lot closer than necessary.
So an early run for South Portland, bringing up Easton Healy. That one drops on the inside part of the plate for strike one.
Boy, you could see the way he ripped that foul ball, and then that one right down the line.
That one, there's a reach on that swing.
Definitely got all of that pitch.
In the dirt.
Definitely got to keep that ball in front of you. You don't want a nice, easy run coming across the plate.
That one's hit into center. It's going to be deep enough to score Iaquesa on the tag. And Chase gets to it. So that's going to be a early 2-run lead here for South Portland. So bases are empty with one away. Brady Maine
Fielder number 3,
at the plate.
Brady Maine.
All right, bases are empty, but start this inning over again.
Inside for ball 1. That one's fouled back. That one's fouled. One and two count. That one drops over the plate for strike 3. So 2 quick outs.
The left fielder number 10.
And that brings up Michael Zachariah. And there's nothing you can do about 2 hard hit balls. And that one's a pop up in the infield. Jordan calling everyone off, and it drops. And not sure if sometimes as a pitcher going backwards
And sideways. I mean, the third baseman was coming straight on, and maybe he should have called him off.
Fielder number 2.
Let's hope nothing bad happens that comes out of this one.
the steal by Zachariah, having to go back with Parker Rainey fouling it. The check, and that gets by, and that's going to probably be another base. And so that's going to be
2-base error. Boy, oh boy. Well, you can't make this game easy for them.
And that one's a dribbler, going to be picked up, thrown over, and that's going to not be a great throw, but trying to stop your momentum, it's tough, and then having to fire the ball in the opposite direction.
Well, and you know, the thing is you had the runner staying at third. Maybe you just don't throw it.
So it's now a 3-run lead here early for South Portland.
The batter is the third baseman, number 14.
The throw down is off. So Rainey stealing second. Jude Charltray at the plate. 2-0 count. The throw down is not in time. No, it was in time, but Pulowski mishandling the ball. And throw home is not in time. So a couple of fielding mistakes.
Well, and here's the thing. Did anyone call timeout? No. After they threw the ball away to left field, no one called timeout, and that allowed the runner to come in from third. And, you know, I have to say this is a great mound visit by the coach, because there's been, you know, a couple fundamental lapses in this half inning so far, and you really got to think about things.
That one's hit in the gap, going into right field. So a 2-out single puts another runner on.
The designated hitter, number 18, Michael McMains.
Michael McMains at the plate now. And that one's hit into center. Chase having to go all the way back, and that's going to be a lot of running for McMains. It's going to be a triple. That brings up Cam Barrett.
The batter is the catcher, number 11, Cam Barrett.
Foul tipped. 1-1 count. Two and one count. And that's a pop-up into shallow right. And Pacheco coming in to get the out. But 5 runs come across on 5 hits and 3 errors. And so Portland in an early hole here. So after half an inning complete, it's South Portland 5, Portland coming up. And as South Portland warms up, the starting batting order for Portland. Behind the plate is number 6, Lucas Milliken. At second base is number 4, Jacob Tidd. Today's pitcher, number 9, Bailey Jordan. Today's DH, number 19, Connor Daniels. Shortstop is number 1, Jacob Johnson. At first base, number 17, John Eisenhart. In center field, number 3, Tommy Chase. At third base, number 12, Mateo Pulowski. And in right field, number 21, Niker Pacheco. And in left field is number 2, Cohen Bove. And here we go for the bottom of the first. Lucas Milliken will lead things off for Portland. It's outside for ball 1. Fouled back. 1-1 count. It's fouled back. 1-2 count. That one's hit, and it's going to drop. So a leadoff hit for Milliken. Good start for Portland, needing to string some of these together to get back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, if they scored 5, I mean, you can chip away at it.
Jacob Tidd at the plate. Outside for ball 1. Right down the middle for strike 1. Not a big lead for Milliken, as Ayaquesa is a lefty. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, that pitch was a little high, but sometimes when it gets up around your eyeballs, you think you can swing and hit it.
And it's inside. It's a 2-2 count. And on the inside part of the plate for strike 3. That pitch by Iaquesa
Number 9.
froze Tid. So that's going to bring up Bailey Jordan with one away. It's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Outside. It's a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and Iaquesa is so far over on the mound. I think that half his foot is off that mound and half the foot is on. I think maybe his toes are touching the mound.
Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, he took something off that one.
So back-to-back Ks for Hudson Iaquesa.
Number 19, Connor Daniels.
2 outs now in the bottom of the first. Connor Daniels will be at the plate. Both pitches outside. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-1 count. That one curved over.
That was a beautiful pitch.
And it's a check swing. It's now a full count. 2 outs. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So after allowing a leadoff walk, Iaquesa coming back with 3 straight strikeouts. And so after 1 complete, it's South Portland 5, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the second. Corbin Voisin. And hitting it to right. So 2 for 2 on the day.
For pitcher number 16, Hudson Iaquesa.
So that's going to bring up Hudson Iaquesa.
Was that the first batter was the top of the batting order again?
Mm-hmm. So this is the second time through the lineup. So that pitch is over the plate for strike 1. Iaquesa getting a triple. His last at bat. Inside for ball 1.
Yeah, and I think he did that on an inside pitch and just turned on it and took it right down the line.
Voisin taking off. The throw down is in and out of the glove of Johnson.
Yeah, not much. Well, you know, he could have waited for the ball, but the runner would have made it in there. He was trying to get the tag on.
High, ball 3.
Well, the lights came on and then went off, so evidently someone didn't put enough quarters in.
That one hit foul, so full count.
I'll have to pass the bucket around for some more quarters. Get those lights on.
And that one's ripped, and that's going to hit the wall. That's going to score another run. And Quessa going 3, diving, and in there, safe.
Ooh. And I think we're going to have a conversation with the umpire, I think, because to me, it looked like he tagged him on the rear end as he went to slide in there. He did a swing and tag, and I thought he got him. And, you know, we've filmed a number of games this year, and I have yet to see until just now a manager dispute a call. Coaches are generally pretty gracious calls on the base pass, but I have to say from up here, and when I edit the film and take a look at it and slow it down, I think he got him.
The South Portland shortstop, number 5, Easton Healy.
Easton Healy now at the plate. Last time up, flew out to center field.
Well, I think we need to do like soccer. We need VAR.
One's on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Foul for strike 2. 0-2 count. That one's hit into right. Pacheco will get to it. And that's going to score another run.
Nice catch in right field by Nika Pacheco.
So that's one away. Brady Maine.
Center fielder number 3, Brady Maine.
Last time up, struck out looking. That's outside for ball 1. The lead is now 7-0 South Portland. That one's ripped and by the glove of Eisenhart. So a single by Maine, bringing up Michael Zachariah.
The left fielder number 10, Michael Zachariah.
Well, the merry-go-round for South Portland is still going.
That one in the glove of Pulowski, firing over and got him.
The right fielder.
So when you need
Rennie.
an out, that's much needed.
That was a great play. You're right. That was much needed. Way to stay with it and fire it over there.
That's going to bring up Parker Rennie. Last time up, got a single. In the dirt. 2-0 count. Outside for ball 3. And that one's low for ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued by Bailey Jordan.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Jude Charltre.
You need to start getting some outs here.
That one's popped up into right. Pacheco will get underneath it and gets the out. But South Portland puts 2 more on the board here in the top of the second. So after 1.5 complete, the new score is South Portland 7, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Jacob Johnson leading things off for Portland. And that one's hit. Healy will get the one hop, fires over, and gets him.
Oh, what a developing play. Man, oh man.
Nice play at shortstop by Easton Healy.
Wow, that play seemed like it took forever.
The first baseman, number 17, John Eisenhart.
So John Eisenhart will bat with 1 away.
And the thing about that throw is he threw it from as deep a shortstop as you can be.
And
Ooh.
that hits Eisenhart.
The Bulldogs center fielder, number 3, Tommy Chase.
So that's going to bring up Tommy Chase. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Side.
Well, you can definitely hear the home plate ump all the way up here.
That one curves over the plate for strike 2. Fouled back. That one's hit. Voisin will field it and fires over to get the second out.
Well, you know, that was a good baseball play right there. He could have got him at second, but he said, I can definitely get him at first.
Well, especially with a 7-run lead, don't want to do too much and give Portland any window to get back into this game.
Yeah, even 1 run at this point.
Especially how well Quessa is pitching. You don't want to have him throw any more pitches than needed. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. Mateo Pulowski at the plate. That one fielded by Healy. Fires over and gets by. So that's going to score a run. And Pulowski moves over to second. So Portland getting one back. That was a throwing error.
I would say just an error.
Niker Pacheco at the plate.
Well, as we were just saying, Seth, about throwing the ball around, and then it happens on the next batter. Because that was a definite out at first base. He just threw it away. You know, and what you commented on is now Iaquesta's got to throw more pitches.
In the dirt for ball 3, so Pacheco making Iaquesta work at this at bat. That one hit, and that's going to go over Zachariah's head. The outfield was playing in. Pacheco going 3. And safe. So a triple. So that's 2 on the board for Portland.
Well, I have to say, I guess anyone who gets to third base is safe tonight on close calls.
So that's going to bring up Lucas Milliken, getting a single last time up.
Well, isn't it amazing what one play can lead to? 2 runs.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. That one is going to be fielded by Voisin, fires over and gets the out, but not before Portland getting the 2 runs back that they let up in the top half of this inning. And so after 2 complete, it's South Portland 7, Portland 2. Here we go for the top of the third. Michael McMains at the plate leading things off. Batters 8, 9, and 1 due up for South Portland.
Whoa.
And it's close to hitting McMains. It's a 2-0 count. Outside for ball 3. And ball 4. Not the way you want to start an inning.
After having scored 2 runs.
The catcher, number 11, Cam Barrett.
So that's going to bring up Cam Barrett. That one's ripped, and it's going to drop. It's going to hit the wall. It's going to be just a double for Cam Barrett. But South Portland putting 2 in scoring position for the top of the order.
Yep.
And the first 2 hitters for South Portland are 4 for 4. That one hit into center left, caught by Chase, and that's going to score McMains. So one of the runs are back for South Portland.
Well, it's always good to trade it out for a run.
Hudson
Iaquesa at the plate. Bailey Jordan stepping off. That one, dribbler. It's fielded by Pulowski. Fires over and gets the out.
Well, you kept the baseball on the infield on this batter, considering how hard he's been ripping the ball the first 2 times up. But he did move the runner over, so you got to play this one good on the infield if it's a grounder.
And so that brings up Easton Healy, 0 for 2. In the dirt. It's a 2-0 count. That one's hit into center. And that's going to get over the head of Tommy Chase. And that's going to be a... Oh, he's going to wave him around. And the throw is short. And that's going to be an inside the park home run.
Score that an inside the park home run for Easton Healy. The center fielder, number 3, Brady Maine.
So Brady Maine at the plate. Inside for ball 2.
Well, this South Portland team can certainly put a hurting on that baseball.
In the dirt for ball 3. It's a 3-0 count. And in the dirt for ball 4.
Another tough half inning here.
Left fielder, number 10, Michael Zachariah.
Michael Zachariah now up. In the dirt. So 5 straight pitches outside of the strike zone here for Bailey Jordan. Swing and a miss. Brady Maine helping out Jordan on that high pitch. And it's a foul. One-two pitch is in the dirt. And that's going to move over Brady Maine.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm assuming that South Portland is not going to steal a base, but if the ball's in the dirt, he might as well go for it.
2-2 count. And up high for ball 3. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's going to end the top half of the third. But South Portland putting 3 on the board, ballooning their lead back to 8. And so after 2.5 complete, it's South Portland 10, Portland 2. Here we go for the bottom of the third. Jacob Tidd leading things off. It's popped up in the infield, and it's caught by Easton Healy, ranging all the way over from the shortstop position.
Well, you know, he is the general of the infield, and so he was calling everyone off.
Bailey Jordan now at the plate. First pitch is over the plate for strike 1. That one's inside. It's a 1-1 count. Inside for ball 2.
I'll tell you, Iaquesser is working fast.
And it's time called by Bailey Jordan.
Yeah, I think Jordan was like trying to slow him down a little.
Ball
Get him out of
3.
his rhythm.
Over the plate for strike 2. So it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's a swing and a miss. And the tag by Barrett seals the strikeout.
The Bulldog designated hitter, number 19.
So 2 away for Connor Daniels. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Outside. It's a 1-1 count. In there for strike 2. And on the outside part of the plate for strike 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for South Portland. And so they'll put a 0 on the board for Portland. So after 3 complete, it's South Portland 10, Portland 2. Yeah. Here we go for the top of the 4th. Parker Rennie will bat. And John Eisenhart coming in to relieve Bailey Jordan as the first pitch is an out.
Gotta love that.
And Connor Daniels is at first. And Bailey Jordan now in left field. Jude Charltre at the plate. First pitch is a ball. On the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Up high. It's a 2-1 count.
Whoa, that hit his bat. Foul ball. He almost gets hit in the head. The bat comes up. The ball hits it. That's a foul ball.
Ball 3. So it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's a walk. So 1 out walk issued by John Eisenhart.
The designated hitter, number 18, Michael McMains.
Michael McMains now up. In there for strike 1. Outside. It's a 1-1 count. Check on Charles Trey. Ball 2. Over the outside part of the plate. It's a 2-2 count. That one's hit and fielded by Daniels and steps on the bag for the second out. That moves over Charles Trey.
The catcher, number 11, Cam Barrett.
So that's going to bring up Cam Barrett. In there for strike 1. High. 1-1 count. Side for ball 2. And a defensive swing.
And we got a Yahtzee full house. 2 1s and 3 2s.
And that's a foul tip for strike 3.
And a donut.
And so a clean inning for Portland. But after 3.5 complete, score remains South Portland 10, Portland 2. Here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Jacob Johnson leading things off.
Whoa.
Low for ball 2. We'll see how many more innings Portland has. They're down by 8 right now. And that one is popped into left. Zachariah ranging over to get the first out.
The pitcher, number 17, John Eisenhart.
So that's going to bring up John Eisenhart. Swing and a miss for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. South Portland, they have the top of the lineup due up. Swing and a miss for strike three.
Well, they were 3 good pitches. He wasn't swinging at bad ones. He just couldn't connect.
The center fielder, number 3, Tommy Chase.
So that's going to bring up Tommy Chase. In there for strike one. It's a 1-1 count. And that one's up the middle. So a 2-out single for Tommy Chase. So that's going to bring up Mateo Pulowski.
Mateo Pulowski.
High for ball one.
Whoa.
And low and inside for ball two.
Good sized crowd here for a Tuesday night.
Fouled back. Swing and a miss for strike two. It's outside. Three-two pitch is up high. So back-to-back base runners with 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 21, Niker Pacheco.
Niker Pacheco. Will bat. 2 outs, 2 on. Pitches right down the middle for strike one.
Well, Poland with a chance to chip away here.
And swing and a miss for strike two. Portland on that 10-run line. It's 8 runs right now. They want a chance to continue past the 5th inning. They're going to need to put some runs on the board. That's hit to Healy. Healy will fire over and gets the out. And so that's going to end the inning, stranding 2. So after
In the Portland fourth, there were no runs, 1 hit.
4
There was 2
innings complete,
After
it's South Portland 10, Portland 2.
10, Portland, Corbin Roisin.
Here we go for the top of the 5th. Corbin Voisin at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. High. It's a 1-1 count. Up high for ball 2. That one's hit and in and out of the glove of Tid and is safe. So not the way you want to start. So Hudson Iaquissa at the plate. That one's hit into the outfield. So 2 runners on now with no outs.
The shortstop, number 5, Easton Healy.
Brings up Easton Healy. And the 10-run lead run is on at first. On the inside part of the plate for strike 1. That one's hit, fielded by Pulowski, fires over and gets the out.
Well,
So getting
the
the double play.
Wow.
A very nice double play turned by Portland third baseman Mateo Pulaski.
So just like that, 2 away.
The center fielder, number 3, Brady.
There for strike 1.
And I think the coach for South Portland talked to the runner that was going into third. And he was definitely going to be out. I think he wanted him to think and stop in the middle of his run to allow the runner to make it to first.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
But those are those little baseball nuances that you got to kind of think in your mind as you're playing.
Brady Maine at the plate. Fouls that one off. So South Portland went from potential runs to 2 outs. So that one's outside for ball 2. Inside. So a 3-2 count. That one's hit into right, and it's caught.
What a catch
by Niker Pacheco.
Nice running catch in right
And
field
so Portland,
by
after allowing 2 early runners in the top half of this inning, get 3 outs just like that.
And they were all outs by fantastic plays.
And so after 4.5 complete, it's South Portland 10, Portland 2. Here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Lucas Milliken leading things off. Couple changes for South Portland. Ben Morin comes in to relieve Hudson Iaquissa as that one's up the middle for a leadoff single for Lucas Milliken. And Hudson Iaquesa is now at first.
Well, good start here off the relief pitcher.
Fouled back. Jacob Tidd at the plate. High. 1-1 count. And so with Portland's,
Whoa, hit him.
and that hit him. So that's going to put 2 on.
The left fielder, number
Well.
9, Bailey Jordan.
So it's going to bring up Bailey Jordan. And Portland guaranteeing themselves another inning with the 0 put on the board in the top half of this inning. High for ball 1.
I mean, South Portland's got an 8-run lead, but they're not making it easy on themselves here.
High for ball 2.
Well, I wonder how short of a leash this reliever has.
In there for strike 1. Side for ball 3. So a hitter's count here to Bailey Jordan. Swing and a miss. A full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Milliken on at second. Tidd on at first. And in there for strike 3.
The first baseman, number 19, Connor Daniels.
So that's going to bring up Connor Daniels. High for ball 1. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. It's a foul tipped. 1-2 count. High. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts to put 2 outs on the board.
The shortstop, number 1, Jacob Johnson.
That brings up Jacob Johnson. On the inside part of the plate for strike 1.
Oh.
And it's way inside on that one.
I don't know how that missed him. That was like one of those cartoon moves.
Low for ball 2. That one right to Morin. Will fire over and gets the third out. So after allowing the first 2 on, gets 3 straight to end the inning. And so after 5 complete, it's South Portland 10, Portland 2. Here we go for the top of the 6th. Michael Zachariah leading things off. And there for strike 1, the outside part of the plate.
Whoa.
Inside, 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. That one's hit. Connor Daniels picking it up and getting the out. So 1 away for Parker Rennie.
The right fielder, number 2, Parker Rennie.
It's fouled. In the dirt. One and one count. That one's up the middle. So 1 out hit for Parker Rennie.
Yeah, that just found the right spot to go through. Wasn't hit hard like some of the early balls, but doesn't have to be.
Jude Charltray at the plate. Check on Rennie at first. That one's thrown over Charltray. High for ball 2. One's hit and into the stands. Two and one count. Swing and a miss. Two balls, 2 strikes. It's outside. And that's going to be ball 4.
The designated hitter, number 18, Michael McMains.
So that's going to bring up Michael McMains.
Yeah, Portland in a little bit of trouble here with 1 out.
High for ball 1. In there for strike 1. 1-1 count. High. It's a 2-1 count. One's hit into right. Pacheco will get it. Rennie will tag to go to third. So that's going to bring up Cam Barrett. Up high.
Would have been a good pitch to steal on, but you never know if the catcher was going to drop it or not.
In the dirt.
Well, I wonder if he'll take off on this one, thinking it's not going to be straight across the plate.
Up high. Ball 3. 3-0 count. And that one's ball 4. So 4 straight pitches to Cam Barrett to walk him. And that's bases loaded.
We got a mound visit.
And that's going to bring up the top of the lineup.
Jeez.
See what the mound visit entails.
I think I mean, it's just trying to get him to take a deep breath here and just focus. I mean, he's been throwing great since he's come in. Has a little bit of control issue right now, but I think he can regain it after that mound visit. We'll see what happens.
Corbin Voisin. And that one is by the glove of Tid. That's going to score 2. And the throw to third is not in time. And that's going to move Voisin over to second.
I mean, isn't it amazing what can happen on a ball that's not even really hit hard? Just out of reach of the second baseman.
So Hudson Ayaquesa at the plate. First pitch was a strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Portland is now in that 10-run territory. Side for ball 1. That one's hit. Tid will field it. Fires over and gets the out. And so Portland gets out of the inning, but not before South Portland puts 2 on the board. And so Portland will be down to their last 3 outs unless they can score a run. But after 5.5 complete, it's South Portland 12, Portland 2. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th.
Is number 13, Charlie Ellis.
Charlie Ellis at the plate. Pinch hitting for John Eisenhart. In there for strike 1. Low. 1-1 count. Shea Healy at first. Evan Campbell at third for South Portland. And in center field is Addison Blaze. It's a 1-2 count. Pie for ball 2. And that's a walk.
Now batting for Portland, number 10, Colin Haig.
So that's a walk. Side for ball 1. Batter is Colin Haig.
Well, Portland's got that one run that would move this game to the 7th inning if he scored. I'm not sure South Portland wants to do that, but, you know, you put the first runner on, and you never know where it goes.
Side for ball 3. And ball 4, so 2 walks. So the continuing run on at second.
We're gonna have a visit to the mound. I mean,
Wondering
now,
if it's a short leash here or if it's just a mound visit.
well, the thing is that, you know, granted, it would only be one more inning if Portland scores a run, but it's still one more inning. And, you know, I'm sure the South Portland players don't want to play another inning for many reasons, including, you know, injury, just getting off the field. There's school tomorrow. But Portland's not going to give up either. You put that ball anywhere near the plate, and he's going to clock it.
Angelo Leo now at bat. In there for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And strike 3.
So let me guess what the coach's visit, what he said. He said to the pitcher, he said, see that glove over there on the catcher? Hit it wherever he puts it. And there was 3 straight strikes, you're out.
For Portland, number 5, Ethan Tidd.
Ethan Tidd now up. And there for strike 1.
And it's been 4 straight strikes since the coach went out to talk to him. Make that 5.
I think with a 10-run lead, you got to think about the just getting the win and not necessarily in being get 2 more outs. I think going into it, you want to make sure that you're pitching like it's 0-0 game all the time.
Yeah. And right now he is.
And that one's fouled off, so
Quite the battle.
Ethan Tidd battling here. That one's hit, and it's picked up, and that's going to move the runners over.
Well, you know, that little bobble by the first baseman could have possibly saved South Portland from going an extra inning. Because if he had tagged the base and tried to throw it to third, who knows what would have happened. So, in a way, it saved him from himself throwing that ball around.
Liam Scott at the plate. And there for strike 1.
Generous call.
1-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So Portland now down to their last strike. The continuing run 90 feet away, and that one's over the plate for strike 3. And that's going to be the ball game.
Well, I'd say this was a tough loss for Portland, but you were going up against a really, really good team, you know, and Portland attempted to, you know, to get some runs, but it was tough. You were facing one of the aces of the pitching staff to start the game, and then the relief pitchers came in and shut them right off.
Yeah, I mean, Hudson Iaquesa definitely came in firing on all cylinders. I mean, it's one of those things where when you put yourself in a 5-run hole, it's hard to dig yourself out, especially against a good team. And it was just about starting slow. I mean, shout out to John Eisenhart coming in and throwing 2 straight shutout innings. But it's hard to win baseball games when you allow 5 runs early on in the game before the other team even gets on the field.
Right. And see, that's the whole key thing, is that when you're facing a pitcher like him, to go into the hole, I mean, even if they had stayed at 5 runs, Portland still would have lost. It was just too deep of a hole to dig out of.
Yeah, I mean, tough one for Portland to overcome the early runs from South Portland. I mean, when you when you allow the other team to go through the batting order almost twice in 2 innings, I mean, that's another thing that's not going to get you many wins.
And they hit the ball real hard tonight, too. And, Portland had a number of strikeouts. And so, all in all, it's just baseball. And,
I mean, kudos to South Portland. I mean, Portland did not give them any unforced runs. I mean, South Portland earned all of them today with all of their hard hit balls. And so you just got to tip your cap if you're Portland to South Portland. There's not much you can do when South Portland's hitting the ball like that. But tough one to drop here on this Tuesday night. Its final score is South Portland 12, Portland 2. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you again.